to you. It's good to be here once again. It's Friday, and thank God it's Friday. What a beautiful day it is. Someone is already firing questions. Beauty Finds Shop says, Coach, tip or USCN with 500k? Well, we get going right away. As we speak, if you can see tip at 4 naira 51 kobo, beautiful. Otherwise, go for a stock like USCN if you can get it for around 30 naira per share. So two of them very good, with great prospects, that will surely make you money. So feel free to go ahead and make your choice. We have no time to waste. It's Friday and there ought to be bargains. All I need to do now is go right into the market, check what is available for us so we can take full advantage and possibly strike when we have to, right? So let's go on to see what's happening with most of these stocks as we speak at the moment. While I try to sign in, let me also appreciate everyone. Atkins, thank you for joining. Lucy Naturals, thank you. Kiddies Wear in Lagos, I see you there. Very good afternoon to you all. You know how we do it. When we get started, we fire down with giving the likes, sharing the live session, giving gifts like Atkins is doing right now. Thank you very much, Atkins. I see you. And then, of course, by so doing all of those screen actions, we get more people who need the information we are sharing here to be a part of what we are doing. So right away we go. First of all, I want to go ahead with sharing with us what it is that is moving the markets, who are the top gainers. Every time you see powerful stocks, big money stocks making gains, it means indeed that the market is experiencing some form of a bull run. Okay, so let's go there. First on the list of top gainers, what we have here is Ikeja Hotel. At the moment they are gaining the maximum 10%. And of course, who do we have on the number 3 list? Legend Internet. Ladies and gentlemen, Legend Internet has been listed. It got listed yesterday at the close of trading at 2:20 p.m. so that you have only the stockbrokers when the stockbrokers try to round off after minority holders like us or minority investors like us are done at 2:20. So Legend got listed yesterday. Legend Internet PLC for the first time, listing by introduction at the price of 5 naira 64 kobo, and today it's amongst the top gainers, gaining maximum 10%. Now it's at 6 naira at 9.96%. At the price currently of 2 naira 54 kobo. Our own Vitafoam is not relenting. Number 5 on today's top gainers list is Vitafoam, gaining 9.93. It's also not relenting, in spite of the fact that I personally am not comfortable with their finances, but it seems that like they seem to be getting market favor. 9.92% gain for the day, 26 naira 60 kobo at the moment. Of course, we have also Eternal Oil, resurrecting by fire at number 7 on the top gainers list at the moment, and it's gained about 9.92%. And 39 naira 90 kobo at the moment. What do we have at number 8? NASCON. NASCON has been relentless, continues to gain. Today it's up 9.74% and at 52 naira 95 kobo. Everybody who didn't sell their NASCON, congratulations to you. You have withered the storm, and of course, going forward, let's hope for better things ahead. Thank you everybody for joining. Shegun Araoye, appreciate you. Olaiton, thank you for joining. And of course, those of you over on Instagram, I'm happy to be back. Ife Anisha is there. Oge's Beauty is there. Also, Joanna Nukosi, thank you very much. I see you there. Appreciate you. Mwabosa Ogidiaba, thank you for joining. Let's keep going and keep flying. Bringing in your questions so we that's what it is about the top gainers. Now let's go a It looks like a very busy Friday at the moment, with the first quarter results being churned out by companies like you saw yesterday. WAPCO came out with a fantastic result. By the way, today is the payment day for WAPCO's full year 2024 dividend of, I think it's 1 naira 90 kobo or something, and then boom, from nowhere, 4 naira interim dividend announced, and the qualification date is 9th of next month. So in just about 2 weeks from now, if you buy WAPCO, you will benefit from the 4 naira interim dividend that they have declared. But I saw something that needs to be spoken about. They didn't make up to 4 naira in the first quarter. They made just about 3 naira something per share, earnings per share. That means they must have dipped their hands in their general reserve to make up the 4 naira they are declaring for first quarter as interim. In any case, interim dividend might just be for the next 6 months before they declare another final dividend. Maybe they have decided that they want to pay dividend twice, and of course it's at an interval of 6 months in between, right? So it is only now coinciding with the full year result that they've just declared, but that doesn't mean that they are going to be losing money because they put money in their general reserve. Actually, every other earnings per share they make in the next 2 quarters will be added to where they picked money to make it 4 naira per share. So that has catapulted WAPCO to 81 naira 50 kobo right now. The bid still remains higher than the offers, 9.8 million bids versus 4.9 million offers. What share will you advise for a first timer? Josie's Skin Store. Josie's Skin Store, for a first timer, will go for something of a value stock. So if you want to, if you like, I will say go for a stock like TIP, right? Depending also on how much money you have that you want to start with. You know, in order not to discourage you, if you do not have so much money, it will be good to buy something of a penny stock worth while you build resources to fly. But be rest assured that it can only get better from here. The fact that you have made up your mind to join and start is really, really encouraging. Top of the day to you also, Maobi. So outside WAPCO's yesterday, we also have today as the payment day for UBA. So all UBA shareholders, congratulations in advance. You'll be receiving an alert, and what a Friday it is. Indeed, it is things like this that makes it worthwhile to say thank God it's Friday, because suddenly money just dropping from left, right and center, and you begin to wonder, what a life. Why did I not know all of this all along? So feel free, don't relent. Make sure you're put in your calls if you want to talk. Quickly come in. But by the way, let's go ahead and share this live session. Come on, go ahead and do your likes. Remember, we are power tapping all through the session, and then of course you're also giving gifts so we can enjoy much more followership and help many more people out of the rat race. Dan Sugar and NASCON already flying. That's coming from Kiddies Wear in Lagos. Absolutely. This stock market is actually for the patient. Like you can see, for anybody who can be patient enough, you are surely going to make your money in this market, right? So bids are beginning to build up for Aradel. If you have not bought Aradel, this is the last chance you have, because as you can see, most companies declaring fantastic first quarter results are appreciating already. Talking about the banks we have seen, talking about WAPCO we have seen, and even Bua Cement that is a reject. I saw some people buying at 81 naira per share today, and the bids are mounting up. 570,000 bids for Bua Cement already. Interest is already being generated versus 3.2 million on offer, right? So I know that Aradel will come out with something great again, and then at that point I hope nobody comes here to say, is it still safe to buy Aradel at so and so price? at 500 naira, at 570 naira. This is the time to take position in all of these stocks. I have been mentioning it for days and for weeks and for months. Well, the first quarter result you don't want to see, and I like the fact that Aradel is not in a hurry to publish yet. What I know and I'm confident about is Aradel will do very well. Just watch out to see. So very soon it will leave this car park. I call it car park because it has been there for so long, and hopefully a lot more people have taken position in this stock, so that going forward it can only get better. All right, so let's move ahead on to other stocks that are behaving properly, if I may put it that way. Corn Hall is now at 3 naira 18 kobo. I encourage most of us to buy at around 2 naira 80 kobo or so. It lingered around there for a while, but what we have now is 3 naira 18 kobo for Corn Hall, and I am also expecting a very good first quarter result from them. Charms, that closed at 2 naira 20 kobo yesterday, eventually is at 211 again, with more offers than bids. 15 million offers versus 10.4 million bids. If you are not following me at this point, you are losing money, because a lot of us who are here can attest to the fact that they are making money and are making the best financial decisions of their life these days. And of course, money is just dropping from left, right, and center. Remember yesterday, most of us received our GT Bank dividends. In fact, I think I received mine the day before yesterday, and so many others will keep receiving as the payment continues, at least for another 2 weeks. So if you haven't received your GT Bank dividends, just stay patient, give it 2 weeks, because it's done bit by bit. And if you are one of those who bought most recently, then of course it will take some time before you get yours. But the most important thing is we are always alerting each other here, so that we can be able to always know and follow our investments and take money off our investments as we are due. How much is Aradel today? Chuk is asking. Aradel currently is at 449 naira as we speak. Let me do the bid and offer analysis afresh. We have about 23,000 bids versus 408,000 offers. So I am just patiently waiting, because there is so much. I think we need to know a lot about these companies we are investing in, so we can always be confident in what we do, irrespective of what the market is doing. Nobody gave a stock like WAPCO a chance after they declared 190 kobo full year dividend, and everybody got flabbergasted. But you know what? Suddenly the whole thing turned around, and everybody now wants WAPCO, and so we have WAPCO at 80 naira at the moment. I'll give you a little feedback regarding Aradel, particularly because I expect a higher revenue from their first quarter result based on the acquisitions that they have made, right? So I'll give you a little update on that as well. And let me check through my records so I can be able to give you feedback. For instance, there is an expected increase in revenue from the gas installation facility that they got from SPDC assets that they bought, right? So I'm going to give you that update very shortly while I take another look at some of your comments. Maybe I should just add to my Aradel than buying tip. Okay, Beauty Finds Shop. Well, if you think you have enough Aradel, then you can also diversify, right? Okay, Pat Soul says, when are they paying? Okay, which of the companies are you referring to? Zenith Bank. Payment date for Zenith Bank. All right, I'll search for you right now so that I can give you an accurate update on that. Okay, hold on a bit, not there yet. While I'm still searching for that, Gabby says, I got NASCON at 40 Naira 70 Kobo. When you talked about it last week, Thursday, I'm up already. Wonderful. NASCON at 40.70 last week. And if we take a look at what's happening right now with NASCON, let's see what NASCON is saying now. NASCON is currently at about 48 Naira 25 Kobo. Okay, I saw NASCON touched 50 something Naira today, 52 Naira 95. So some people bought NASCON at 52 Naira 95 Kobo. And what do we have right now? It's now, I think a lot of supplies came into the market and the price came down to 48 Naira 25 Kobo right now. So you are still up over 8 Naira per share or so. All right, okay. So Ojik says, I have my 25,000 units of Harada courtesy of coach, waiting patiently. Ojukes, not a problem. We are all in this, boss, waiting patiently indeed. Now, please, what is the best price for tip today? Well, I can only say just buy tip anything around 4 Naira 51 Kobo and below. I do not want a situation where you rush into tip only to find another fluctuation, because tip has a tendency to kind of fluctuate. Remember, it touched above 5 and came back down, and so it would be nice if anybody is interested to take position. I was trying to take a look at I was trying to search for my records for dividends declared, right? Okay, so just give me a moment, I'll get back there and then give you an update. Payment date for Zenith Bank, right? Okay, just a moment please. Kind of takes some time, but I'll try my best to get there. I bookmarked that site where I check for dividends. Okay, let me not waste too much of our time. In the course of the day, we will progress towards that. I received my GT code dividend yesterday. Awesome, B-Bass. Awesome, awesome, awesome. It's good to hear. I'm following coach and making money. If you are not following truly, you are losing money. Echo me, I hear you. That's correct, very correct. Now I have a witness, at least someone corroborates my point. Coach, what's going on with Dangote Sugar? Haha. Okay, yeah, I've got help now. Zenith is paying on the 29th. Pat Batsol, if you can hear me on Instagram, Zenith is paying on the 29th of this month. That's on Tuesday, a day after my birthday, right? So Monday is my birthday. I hope you are ready for the birthday edition of our live session, right? This Monday, 28th of April 2025 is my birthday. So get set for exciting times in the course of the live session. All right. Good morning, coach. Please, I want to know if I'm eligible for GT code dividend. I got the shares on the X dividend day and I didn't get a payment yesterday. If you bought the shares on the X dividend date, then you are not eligible because you bought outside the qualification date. Okay, Maobi says we are ready. Monday is dedicated to you. Come on, guys, let's make it special. Interesting stuff. Coach, I just bought Aradel at 449. Awesome. Official Mobos. You've booked a place in history. You've got a stock for life. Personally, even though I retired many years ago, I consider Aradel another of my retirement stock, and I'm taking my time to keep building on it. Uncle Willie, thank you very much. He says happy birthday in advance, coach. Thank you very much. Really glad and excited to have exciting people like you forward-thinking people like you. You guys are simply amazing, and you actually motivate me a lot. You have no idea. Okay, Papi D says, good afternoon, coach. Is it advisable to buy NACO now for long term or wait for next month? Oh, NACO. Oh, let's see. NACO. I always want to buy these stocks at the best prices. Currently, NACO is at 69 naira per share, trying to touch 70 already. There is even more bids than there are offers. 1 million bid versus just 131,000 offers, and the highest bidders are bidding up to 69 naira, about 74,000 bids at 69 naira. I'm thinking that you should hold on and buy NACO after the markdown from their dividend payment. I think that should be the best approach. That's my suggestion. Yeah. So Lafarge is paying today, right? And then BUA is paying in August. Okay. Let's see. That Zenith has already been confirmed, so I do not need to bother myself. But I have my list of dividend payments, the dates and what have you. So maybe, just maybe, if you have any question about the next dividend payment, let me know. We'll take a look at it and search out the updates for you. Let me also confirm VFD's dividend payment date. VFD, let's see, VFD, right? This site is giving us a wrong information. It says 441. It's not 441. It's 541. All right. Finado, once you put your bank, okay, Ekemu is responding to someone. That's okay. Finado says, how do I receive? Okay, someone has responded to you already. I do not use Bamboo, so I can't really tell. Keep your questions coming in. Let's keep going. So, what of Jais and tantalizers? Be careful with tantalizers. We are waiting for evidence. You know, we invest by evidence. Ladies and gentlemen, like I said, Legend Internet PLC has been listed. For those of you just joining, for your information, was listed yesterday at 2:20 p.m. just after you were closing your own trading. The remaining 10 minutes of trading happens with insiders, and that's talking about the dealing houses to round off their transactions. So Legend got listed at 5.62 and 64, and now it's at 6.82 kobo. Like I said, it is not unexpected that the hype will come, the stock will go in huge demand, and here we have mastered not chasing any stock. So please keep your feet down, relax yourselves, and hopefully we see the bottom of this, right? Don't be in a hurry, don't be in a chase, don't run after a moving train. You know how dangerous it can be. So just keep an eye on Legend. I took a look at their reports, and a few things that I have concerns for that maybe time will also settle are the following. Number one, revenue dropped 6% from 2023 compared to 2024 performance. And then the most striking one is their earnings per share collapsed drastically, and that's not very good to see, from 24 naira earnings per share to about 6 kobo earnings per share. But if you take a look at it just like that, you'll be missing out something, because the share capital was increased from 10 million shares to about 2 billion shares. So that informed the disparity in the difference. But even at that, instead of 6 kobo earnings per share, all things being equal, after splitting the stocks from 10 million shares to 2 billion shares, that 24 naira plus earnings per share, when it was 10 million shares, should have amounted to, everything being equal, 12 kobo per share. So I have a big question where more than 100%, is it 50% depreciation in what should have been the actual earnings per share if all things were equal. But you know, it's also not out of place to expect things like this from startup businesses. we need to understand this. That we are not buying doesn't mean we shouldn't say it the way it is, right? These are new businesses, and you know, when you start up a new business, you're going to continue to run at a loss in the first few years. That's acceptable, that's normal, right? Because you keep putting in money, you keep investing in infrastructure, investing in some assets, okay, so that the business gets going, and then over time you build revenue to now surpass whatever you are pumping in, so you can start seeing profit. So it may take some time, but you see, the market hype doesn't take note of this until much later. So I like everybody here to not get too excited about, or don't have that FOMO. You know what they call FOMO in the stock market balance, fear of missing out. I'm sure most of you know this. So do not FOMO Legend Internet PLC. Relax yourself. Time will come, all the hype will die down, and the stock will come back down to earth, so you can now go ahead to do what you want to do based on the numbers. For instance, we need to see first quarter results, what's happening compared to the previous quarters. But if you are looking at the annual report of a stock like Legend Internet, don't forget that the 2023 report is showing you data based on 10 million shares existing, whereas the 2024 report is showing you 10 million shares data, whereas now it's 2 billion shares, because having come to the stock market, they needed to increase the number of shares and the capital base so that it can accommodate more investors. But if you ask me, ordinarily 2 billion shares is not too much, but they need to work hard to make those 2 billion shares begin to make sense in terms of the per share metrics. We're talking about earnings per share, we're talking about price earnings ratio, and so on and so forth. Okay, so there's a lot to do. So instead of investing blindly or investing as though it's a gamble, since you are not too sure what may come out of this investment, look for those that have already been confirmed. That's why we are hammering on Aradel. Eventually, Aradel will take a flight. I just pray they don't release their results during the weekend, because when you release a result during the weekend, there is no action to be taken, and somehow, some way, the impact, if it's a very good result, eventually is watered down before trading commences on Monday, the new week. You know, so people who perform badly usually go and publish results during the weekend, so that by the time the new week starts, you have been distracted from the anger and the annoyance of the poor performance if you have that stock. So that's the way sometimes these things works. Okay, so keep your questions coming in. Do you want to make a call? I already have a caller. Olu is standing by. We'll take you up while this live session continues. Okay, roll official say Aradel is currently 497. Let me see. Is it? That was yesterday's closing price. But currently, Aradel can be bought at 447 Naira 30 Kobo. So UBA dividend, UBA is going to be paying their dividend today. Final dividend of 3 Naira per share. Going to be paid today. Fancy Nail says, Coach, I keep getting email from Coronation Registers, but I didn't register with them. Well, your details are with them by reason of one stock or the other that you have with them. Johnson Ayodele says, what platform can you buy these stocks and how can I read more about it? You can buy stocks from two stockbrokers, and actually, you can also use some of these apps available by fintechs and by stockbroking firms. But the danger of buying stocks through Nigerian stocks through fintechs that are not registered brokers is that you spend more money because you'll be charged commission twice per transaction. UACN at 13 Naira 30 Kobo is a good buy. Gabilov, yes, I think so. Let's see what's happening with UACN. That UACN has suffered neglect, and Eventually, we see how it goes. UACN. Um, well, it's gone back to 31. If you just put in a bid at 30 naira, 55 or 50 kobo, you should be able to buy UACN. Okay, 30 naira, 50 kobo should be able to, or 30, 60, whatever. But currently it's at 31 though, UACN. But it's a good buy. I know their first quarter result will soon also be out, and that will also be impressive. I have no doubt. Suddenly, ladies and gentlemen, VFD is now down, losing currently 17 naira 20 kobo per share, having closed 18 naira 50 kobo. There are more offers, 1.7 million offers versus 662, 67,000 bids. And more people are offloading their VFD in anticipation of receiving the bonus 5 for 1, which is a lot. Umar Jamil says, what is the best time to buy UBA? There are actually no best times. You can only check the price. And as I speak to you now, UBA is looking good at the price it is, down to 33 naira 95 kobo at the moment. So anything around 33 is good. I'm trying to notice that there could be a deliberate sell-off plan to make people sell off UBA. Currently 24.8 million offers. Can you imagine that? That would threaten anybody who wants to sell to quickly sell. And so the price is dropping now to 33.95. Anything between 30 and 33 is a good buy for UBA, especially if you are investing for the long term. So it's not about the time, it's about the entry price. Okay, suddenly interest is growing again in MTN, and currently it's at 250 naira per share. Okay, VFD Group's payment date is on the 8th of next month. All right. Nuchi Natural says, Coach, what of Owando? Well, Owando has left a lot of its shareholders frustrated with the continuous delay in publishing results and leaving them in the dark while other stocks are flying. But in any case, I want to see an improvement in their first quarter results. The only problem is when they keep delaying these results, it's really unsettling to investors who want to see something good coming out from that stock. Okay, keep your questions coming in. I'm with you here to answer. Friday is bargain day, but let's see what bargains are available. Hi, coach. Can I wait to buy UBA, GT Bank, Zenith Bank? For me, Zenith Bank at 45 is okay. And it's not looking like it's dropping below that today. In fact, currently it's at 45.90. So I think that's a very good price to get into Zenith, 45. And for UBA, it's also looking good, ready down by 10 kobo only, actually. And currently at 33 naira 90 kobo, down from the 34 it closed yesterday. As for GT, my ideal entry price for GT is anything under 60. I still believe that it's possible to buy GT under 60. UBA is down to 33.80, so it's lost 20 kobo as we are speaking right now. 33.80 UBA. Okay, so that's it. What responded to you, Johnson? Coach, please can you talk about commercial papers? Daddy's baby girl commercial papers. Well, I am not aware or in the know of any commercial papers at the moment. But basically, commercial papers are debt instruments issued by companies to raise short-term debts to meet up funding needs of their businesses. Basically, that's it. So they issue you commercial papers at a specific tenor, not more than 365 days. Most of them 180 days and so on, 250 days or something like that, or 260 days. And then they offer it with at an interest rate per annum, which if you are happy with, you invest. So when you put in your money, you earn that interest after the tenure is over. If it's 180 days or 260 days or 360 days, your capital returns to you. That's it. Flamzigo is asking, is Dangote Cement a good buy? I can tell you Dangote Cement is actually a good buy. Even though it's on full bid perpetually, that's how some of these growth stocks behave, but when they move, they shake the place, right? Tip is currently at 4 naira 51 kobo right now. You can see some transactions going on right there. Okay, I bought earlier now at 449. How come the difference? Well, you must have used an app to buy, and this is the danger of buying with apps. When you buy with apps, they will show you yesterday's price, which is usually higher than the intraday price, possibly. Sometimes it may even be lower, and you struggle with that price and don't end up getting it because it is only on serious bid. Currently, it's at 447, and if you have bought at what price again? 449. Well, we have your app to blame for feeding you with the wrong data. This is what we've always said over and over. What is your take on Total Nigeria PLC Blair's 1N? Well, Total is actually a fantastic stock, and I'm sure it has some bit of surprises left for investors. We're just waiting by. I actually own Total, and I'm patiently holding that stock. I'm not selling at any time soon, right? Coach, please, any news on Union Homes? No news from my end at the moment. If I find information even after this live session, I will share on our Discord app. Can I benefit from VFD bonus if I buy today? Well, I think so. No, you can't benefit. They've marked down already. Sorry. That's why the price went from 86 naira down to 17 naira it is right now. They have adjusted for the bonuses, and so now what remains is for people who already had it before the markdown to start getting allotments for their bonus. Do I have to fill any form for UBA dividend? Fit? Maybe not. If you have a broker that is very, very proactive, then as at the time you were buying your UBA, they were also furnishing the registrars with your details so that once payment is done, you just receive an alert without having to struggle. So be patient. Today is payment date. We have not started singing the song of receiving payment yet. Eventually, when we do, you will get to know and look out for yours. Is Dangote Cement a good buy? I think I have responded to that. PMI says, is NACO a good buy? NACO is a good buy. The question is it very good at this price? I would say a no, because it's gone very high already. 69 naira 85 kobo NACO. NACO is really in a bid, strong bid to rise up. Yeah. So that's it for NACO. 1 million bids versus 292,000 offers. NACO pushing hard to come up to 70 naira. Will it hit 70? We'll wait and see. Okay, I want to buy Zenith stock, but I don't know how to go with it. Born Sinner. Your name is funny. Well, we were all born sinners actually. I want to buy Zenith. What platform do you use? Let me bring you up so we can talk about it, because it's going to be a back and forth discussion to get you through, depending on what broker you use. At what price would you buy Total Nigeria Blaze? Okay, if you insist on getting Total, let me quickly check a comfortable price. Yes, 640 naira is okay for me. And you can actually buy total today at 640. Remember, the opening price is 705. So intraday trading accepts as low as 640. And if there is no transaction that does 100,000 block sale at that 640, it doesn't close at 640. It will still revert to closing at 7. All right. Okay. Accept one of you, Mirabel Benstow. Okay. I'm so near on it. I don't even know brokers to use. All right. Maobi, please, I'd like you to come up so you can talk to Bonsina. I'm giving you a call right now, Bonsina. Feel free to pick your call and let's talk over your matter. Maobi is already in the house. Very good afternoon to you, Maobi. Thank you for always being there and on time.
Hello, coach. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. Happy dividend season. You know, when you belong to a particular community, there are kinds of
Yeah,
issues you greet that you can't greet outside because you can't say something like that outside there. People will wonder what is he talking
yeah.
about.
Believe me, it's a very good feeling. Believe me,
Yes. I'm trying to get born sinner. The
it's a
invitation
great
is
feeling. I
sent.
must confess.
Success D, good afternoon to you. I'm still trying to get Bonsina up so we can have a word to word discussion with her or him. But it's looking like the invitation has been sent. I'm still seeing it, but it hasn't arrived at their location. Well, for those of us we understand happy dividend season, right? While others are saying thank God it's Friday for what reason they know not, we are very sure that we are really grateful it's Friday because dividends are flying in left, right, and center. Imagine receiving GT Bank dividend 2 days ago, and then today you're going to be receiving WAPCO dividend, UBA dividend, all manner. In this same economy where people are struggling, somebody is just seated down and receiving funds. That's the reward for being smart enough to listen. Hello,
Hello.
hello,
Hello, can you hear me?
loud and clear. Please tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
I hope I can just listen. I'm calling from Lagos State, actually. So
Your
my
name, sir?
name's you can call me Nero.
Nero.
Nero, yes, Nero.
Thank you very much, Nero. Good afternoon to you. We're glad to have you here on this live stream. Let's go ahead with your question. Maobi is in the building, one of our very capable hands, and my co host today. He will listen to you and attend to your queries while I try to get more opportunities in the market. So go ahead. What's your question?
Okay, I have actually been planning to get shares of different companies in Nigeria and the UK, but I've not really found or seen anyone that's going to tutor me about it. So I've been looking for a mentor for quite, I think it's over 2 years now, actually. But I
Wow.
think I've messaged you once, but you replied, but I was not. Then I was having some. I don't even know, but I was not just concentrating. Maybe. So actually, I'm actually looking for somebody that will guide me through the paths because I really like to buy shares and there's different company shares, the brokers and yes. Although I'm good at trading forex, that's what I actually am very good at. But I really want to venture into these shares because I believe shares and buying of landed properties are actually very lucrative. So
All
that's
right.
just it.
Maobi, over to you.
Yeah. Hello, Nero. Good afternoon.
Yeah.
Okay. So first of all, I want to understand because from what you just said, I think you have some basic knowledge about shares. Am I correct?
Yeah. I have some basic knowledge about shares.
Hello?
Yes, I do.
Some basic knowledge.
Yes.
Okay. So basically, what we are doing here is buying and selling of shares. And like you said, this can be very lucrative, no doubt. But you need to know what you are doing. You need to understand how the market works. Okay? And the best way you can do this, the first thing is to get right and correct information, which is what you are doing right here.
Okay.
Okay, sorry about that. I think we lost Maobi there. Network connections as usual, but basically you are in the right place, like you said. Um, you can get started. Join our community, Network Investors Club. We are on Discord, but the link will be shared to you by myself. If you follow me on Instagram, I'll send you the link to join us so that even outside the 2 hours daily live sessions we hold here, you can still be getting market information and also improving. Now, to get really started with the basic knowledge, I would advise that you click on the link tree on my bio. You will see my social media handles so you can be able to follow me on Instagram and then to watch some helpful videos on my YouTube channel. Let Malby come back on so he can continue from there. Hello, Malby. We lost you.
Yeah.
It was
Okay.
clear. It's
I just
Yeah,
followed.
so
I just
sorry
followed
about
your.
that. I got disconnected.
I just followed you on Instagram anyway.
Okay, Nero.
okay.
Okay.
Okay, Nero, just like Coach was saying, you can join the Network Investors Club. Basically, this is a club of like-minded investors. You know, when you join here, you can be sure that you get all the proper guidance that you need. You can be sure that you get all the proper information that you need in this business. So send Coach a DM on Instagram to get this link to join.
Okay. I'm on it now.
Okay, someone is also asking how to follow me on Instagram. I'm typing my Instagram handle now at Wealth Coach Omiete, the same handle here. That's it. I'll also go ahead to pin it so that anyone else in the future of this live session will go ahead to do the needful. The reason why the Instagram handles you need to send a DM to join the link in the club is because the link expires from time to time, and if you find it anywhere else that I've shared, that must have expired already. So do well to get the current link, but you must download. In fact, all the details of how to do it is on the link information I'm going to send to you. Go ahead, Maobi. Okay, Malvi is not there again. So basically, why are we saying what the YouTube videos come to the Network Investors Club all for free? It's because you can't successfully invest in the stock market by passive information sharing. The stock market is so dynamic. It is driven both by the emotions of the investors, which is also determined a lot apart from corporate actions of the companies when they do well and when they do badly, but also by government policies as well. So one policy flip flop can bring about a lot of change in the market. And so attending one live session or um, going for one seminar alone is not enough. Over time, as you keep congregating in a community like we have set up, over 1,900 people, and this time, in this day and age, there is no distance barrier. The world is a global village. So, in that community of over 1,900 members, there are Nigerians all across Nigeria, Nigerians who are in the diaspora, and foreign members also, because we discuss foreign stocks as well. And so some of those foreign members followed me from my trades handle, So basically, we now have a place apart from here. We now have a place to continue to go back and check information. And do you know one interesting thing that we are trying to do right now? We are also trying to set up a knowledge bank. of some of the technical details in terms of understanding how a company stock behaves, especially if you're a long-term investor. At the moment, we're talking about investing for the long term, meaning you are using things like fundamental analysis, some little details of what to know, how to assess the health of a company and whether it is undervalued or overvalued. We're trying to do all of those things and create another channel for it. So, little by little, free of charge, we've come together to pool knowledge and resources together to help as many people as are interested.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Will that be all for now?
I just sent you a DM on Instagram.
No problem. After the live session, I'll attend to it and then you'll get going.
Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate.
Your time. Really appreciate too. Bye for now. All right, guys, what are your questions? Keep calling in, please. How many years do you call long-term share? Is it from 5 years? Fancy nails. We always leave that to the investors because sometimes long-term and short-term actually depends on how old you are at the moment. This thing is so real and so practical. We are not just. I personally am a very practical coach. I don't believe in just theory. Out of the theory, what can I do with it? That's the question. So, for an older person between the ages of 45 and 60, I would say long term is 5 years, 5 to 10 years and above. But for a younger person, then the long term becomes longer. So we are talking of 10 years and above. I have been in this for 27 years now. What that means is that when I started, my long term would be 20 years. But now, if I'm targeting a long term stock, I'm looking at 5 to 10 years. So it is actually relative, depending on where you're looking at it from, at what age you are. And that's also part of what informs your investment decisions. For instance, a 25-year-old will be more aggressive towards investing because they have a whole long time of work lifespan to earn money, to work and earn money, or to do business and earn money. So they can decide to take more risks and be more aggressive in the choice of stocks they pick. Because, as they always say, the higher the risk, the higher the returns. But if you are 40, 45 years and above, you are approaching retirement, you have spent most of your work life span, and you have earned some bit of money that you can't be risking at that age. And of course, you also have very little chance, especially in this day and age, of seeking a new job just in case you lose that money in the name of risks. So, your risk appetite is lower. That means you are more of a safety conscious investor who cares about the safety of capital. So, everybody, according as time and occasion permits, you make your investment decisions. I hope somebody's getting something from today's meeting already. So Blair's on Instagram says, "What's your thought on WAPCO? Is it currently trading? It's currently trading at 79-ish." Well, I shared that several times yesterday and even today that WAPCO is doing a an interim dividend of 4 naira per share, something they have never done before. Consider what they declared 1 naira 90 kobo full year 2024, and then without any form of um, information, just out of the blues yesterday, they just announced that they were going to pay 4 naira interim. That is to say, there is another dividend they will still pay in the course of the 2025 full financial year. So the stock ballooned from where it was at 60 something to currently, in fact, it touched 83 today before you are seeing it now at 79-ish. because a whole lot of people are now jumping at the opportunity to sell very high, having bought it low, right? But beyond what the dividend has cost, there's also the attempt by a Chinese investor to buy out the majority stakeholder in WAPCO or Lafarge, as it is known these days, right? And the valuation for that particular stock by the majority shareholder, that deal is looking like around 100 naira plus per share. So the question is, how patient are you? If you can be patient enough until they conclude that deal and announce it, it means that even if you buy today at 79 naira per share, there is still an upside of nearly 30 naira, because when they settle the majority shareholders and the valuation is up to 100 naira, they may want to buy out the minority shareholders. And if they go ahead with that, minority shareholders will have the bargaining power to ask for more. So if you are patient enough, you could just buy WAPCO if you are interested. But this is a WAPCO that many people bought at 40 something before all of the news of the acquisition came up, right? Ooh, wow, additional says, Coach, I bought WAPCO at 39. Goodness gracious. That's 40 naira per share on top of it. Do you know what this means? This means if when you bought at now, I need to know when you bought. Additional, come on board. I want to speak to you right now. This is how we get to encourage people to stay patient in this game. Additional, where are you? I'm trying to look for you to give you a call. Please try and make yourself available for a call. Even if you are at work, just sneak to somewhere private if possible, and let's have a word with you. When did you buy at 40? Is it 39 naira per share? Come on now, I love to hear all these stories, so you know that if you are not following me, you are losing money. Whenever I say that, it should make sense to you. Now you know. Where is additional? What I was trying to say is, if additional at the time he bought, oh my god, Ebizul bought at 32 naira. Goodness gracious, when did you buy? Ebizul, give me a call, let's talk. Okay, I found you already on the queue. I want to hear from you. We need you to lecture us. When did you buy your WAPCO and why did you buy it? Right? Let me hear your story, because
Hello?
you 32, meaning if you had 32 million naira as at that time and you bought 1 million shares, that 32 million naira is now worth 79 million at 79 naira per share. Hello? Hello, Ebizul, are you there? I wish that the network would be fair to us so we can have a smooth sail today. Hello, Ebizul, are you there? Okay, while we are waiting to hear from Ebizul, Additional is also here. So Ebizul will hold on. Let's hear from Additional. Hello, Additional.
Hello, coach.
Very good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
Loud and clear. Please, where are you streaming from?
I'm streaming from Jos, Plateau State.
Speak a bit louder and closer to your mouthpiece.
Yes, sir. I said I'm streaming from Jos, Plateau State, sir.
Okay, Additional from Jos, Plateau State. Please
Yes,
go
sir.
ahead. Give us a lecture.
Yes,
When did you buy your WAPCO and why did you buy it?
yes. I could remember then because I bought it around November 8th. I need to check my alert, my CSS.
You bought in November on
8th.
November 8th.
Yes, sir.
Good.
Yes, sir. I joined your life like that was October 6th or so.
We are
That's when I
struggling to
joined.
hear you, sir. Are you
Can you hear
using
me,
an
sir?
earpiece?
Hello, sir.
Please, if you can speak without the earpiece so we can hear you loudly.
Can you hear me now, sir?
Yes.
Yes, I said I bought it November 8th, sir. Hello?
November 8th. Okay, go ahead.
So I joined your live October, around October. So I was I then I had little cash, so I decided to buy. I bought Wapik insurance at 88 Kubo.
What's happening with your voice? I'm struggling to hear you. Are
Can you
you
hear me now,
using a
sir?
mouth? Can you take out that the earpiece or something? Okay.
Can you hear me now, sir?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Yes, I said I bought Wapco, Wapik, livestock, and I bought Wapik at 88 Kubo. I bought Wapco at 39, and I bought livestock at 3 naira 51 Kobo.
This sound is not doing justice to us. You bought livestock at 3 naira
3 naira
something. That was when it
51
was around
Kobo.
3 naira 70 something kobo.
3 naira 51 Kobo, sir. Then I bought
351.
yes, I bought Wapik insurance at 88 Kobo, sir. Then I bought Wapco at 39, sir.
Take a look at that. He bought livestock at 3 naira 51 kobo in November. As we
Yes, sir.
speak in April, WAP livestock is at 9 naira 38 kobo. So
Yes,
if
sir.
at 3 naira 51
Then I
kobo,
bought
spent 3.5 million naira buying 1 million livestock, that 1 million livestock is now 9.38 million. You see that? Go ahead, sir.
then I bought April Prudential at 9 naira. That's 40 Kobo also.
Additional just kept picking the right stocks and making all of the monies. You bought African Prudential at 9 naira something, and we
Yes,
saw
sir.
African Prudential jump to 36 naira before they eventually marked down 1-for-1 bonus.
Yes, sir.
Wow, fantastic. I think this is enough. This is enough. This is just enough. Enough
All
lesson.
thanks to you, sir. All
Yeah.
thanks to you, sir. All thanks to you, sir. Then I bought Aradel. I bought Aradel then at 700. Then
Okay.
it went down to 395.
Then like
So I
something.
marked down. I marked down.
Did you average down? Good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So by averaging down, you have lowered the 700 naira depending on
Yes,
how many you have bought.
yes, I
And
lowered it to 460, sir.
wonderful. This is where this is. And can I tell you this? Aradel is actually worth about 1,000 naira. The fair value of Aradel should be talking about 1,000 naira. But relax, everybody relax. Let the figures do the talking. For us, we are taking position. That Aradel was supposed to jump above that 700. But what happened was one of the majority shareholders, who was the co-founder of GT Bank, actually, from all the money he made and the stock split they did from NAS before they came to get listed here, the man decided to offload. And that heavy offloading was what dropped the price. But you know what? That a stock price is dropping does not mean that the business has suffered. That man has eventually done us a huge favor, because most of us have taken position early, and eventually, when the results and all the full details will start hitting the market, we would have been early in the bus, sitting and watching others scramble for this same stock. Wow, additional, much respect. You are a strike force. In fact, you are a sniper. Thank you very much. Additional. Hello, Ebizol, are you there? Unfortunately,
Yeah, I'm
we
here,
can't.
sir. Good afternoon,
Oh,
sir.
great. Very good afternoon. Now I can hear clearly. Go ahead and
Okay.
tell us
Good
your
afternoon, sir.
WAPCO story. Good afternoon.
I bought WAPCO at 32 naira last year. I can't remember when I bought WAPCO, but I decided to start investing in stocks last year, 2020. I think 2023, 2024. I can't remember when, but 2023 December or so. But my major mistake was that I invested more in the international stocks than the Nigerian stock. I did not really rate the Nigerian stocks,
Okay.
but and that was the biggest mistake I made. I bought a couple of stocks that did really well. I bought Wapik, I bought Wapco, I bought Owando. I think I bought Owando at 6 naira. I bought some very good stocks, but I didn't really invest heavily in it, and that was the biggest mistake I made. But this year, I've been putting everything I have in the Nigerian stock market.
Awesome.
So I bought good stocks last year, but I didn't invest heavily, and that's my mistake. And I'm not
Wow.
going to make it again.
Please tell us where you are streaming from.
Okay, I'm streaming from Saudi Arabia.
From Saudi Arabia, fellow Nigerian in the diaspora. This is your fellow citizen speaking all the way from Saudi Arabia, confirming the mistake of not rating the Nigerian market and now attesting to the reality that you can make money a whole lot more investing in the Nigerian market. How else
Yes.
are we able to convince the rest of us out there? You are working hard enough. Your labor should never be in vain. Please, please, please get this wisdom, this piece of wisdom that you are getting from our sister Ibizu, and do something about yourself. It's not easy working shifts, loading and piling on shifts, only to end up not having enough left after you finish working because you have paid up bills here and there, and one eventuality or the other takes away your money. Those markets are heavily saturated, especially even the money markets out there abroad. They give you 4% and 5% per annum, whereas you can get 17 and 23% back home investing in these same bonds. Even if you want to do Euro bond in foreign currency, you can see between 9% and 7%, which is far better than a 5% return. This thing is too real. Look away from the political leaders who do not know their left from their right. Focus on where money is being made, even by foreign portfolio investors. There are foreign portfolio investors coming from abroad, investing in the Nigerian markets, making money, and you, a national, is looking down on the market. Never ever make the mistake of thinking the market is run by politicians. No. If it was run by politicians, then you won't see the likes of Dangote in the market. And the richest Africans and the richest Nigerians are in the market. So what are we doing? Let that money you are sweating for abroad begin to work harder for you so you can retire early. That's our target here. If it has happened for me while still in Nigeria, then it can happen for any of you. Because as I speak to you now, there's nowhere in the world I can relocate to if I want to. All because the stock market has been very helpful. Please leverage on these things and you will never regret it. Thank you so very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Happy birthday in advance, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate. Okay, who do we have next? Irewole. I don't know where Maobi went to. So, Blaze, I hope you have heard enough regarding WAPCO. People joined just from November. Somebody bought WAPCO at 49, and that WAPCO is now 79.80. Somebody else bought at 30 something, 32. And then, of course, in that same November, somebody bought livestock at 3 naira 51 kobo. That livestock is 9 naira 80 kobo right now. 100% gain on 3 naira 51 kobo is about 7 naira 10 kobo. That's it. And 7 naira 2 kobo. Is that? You can just imagine how much money you can make. And this is not to say that you should think that the stock market is a get rich quick scheme. Never. But the fact remains that you are much more in a better place to beat both inflation and the devaluation of the naira. How bad has the naira fallen between November and now? It's just been between 1.5 and 1.6. Yet you have made a whole lot of money. So even if you exchange foreign currency, euro, pound, dollar, to invest in the Nigerian market, if you bought a stock like livestock, like he said, at 351, it's now 9 naira 80 kobo. If you like, you sell. And if you sell, you make over 100% profit. That's it. Right? Okay. Irewole, I tried bringing you up. I don't know what happened. Okay, I need to do a quick connection of my system. While we're trying to connect with Irewole, Coach, if I was to pick one finance stock for a lifetime dividend investment, what would be the best stock with ability to appreciate in capital too? Happy D's. You're talking about a finance stock. I guess you are referring to the Nigerian market. If you are, then two of the best stocks I will recommend for a long-term regular dividend of twice a year payment is none other than GT Co and Zenith Bank. Maybe you can also add UBA to the list. And then of course, First Bank. And that list is in order of priority. I hope I got you now. Irewole, are you there?
Yes, sir. Good morning. Good afternoon, sir.
Very good afternoon to you. It's good to have you. Please tell us where you're streaming from.
From Lagos, sir.
Irewole from Lagos. Lagos is calling me seriously. I have too many people involved in Lagos. Maybe our first physical meeting will be in Lagos. Go ahead, Irewole.
Okay, number one, I want to appreciate the good work you have done. You've
Can you
practically.
speak a bit louder because we're using two
I said I
systems?
want to appreciate the good work you are doing,
Thank you.
and you've practically, from your recommendations, it is as if you have practically put money in my own pocket. If you understand, so I'd really appreciate.
Very
So
glad to
it's
hear
like you are
that.
giving me largesse, and I want to appreciate you. So I want to appreciate you for the fact that I now see this when people are complaining in the Nigeria. Can you hear me?
Absolutely loud and clear.
Yeah, when people are complaining in Nigerian market that Nigeria is Tinubu is this, you taught me something that, or like, I should just look for opportunities, and I really appreciate that. I appreciate the fact that from your analysis, I did access at 19, sold at 30. I think it's now back to 23 or something like that. Buyback, and I smiled to the bank.
Awesome. I love it.
So it was like,
Sounds great to my
so
ear, right?
yeah, I really appreciate you. So I don't know, you are your group. I wanted to be part of it, but I don't. He
Okay.
said I should send you that you have a Discord group or something like that. So I don't know how it works. So you've been
Not a
practically,
problem.
and can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so that's it. So I want to say, like I used to say, that you are a son of the market. Immune, we are well pleased.
Interesting. Thank you so very much. So
Yeah.
to join the group, it's free. All you need to do is just follow me on Instagram. I'll send you a DM, and then you send me a DM and requesting for the link, and the direction on what to do to join is also going to be sent along with the link. My Instagram handle is at Wealth Coach Omiete, just the same handle here. That's it. I've typed it. You can screenshot and then send to me, and I'll forward the link to you. The link expires from time to time. That's why I need you to send a DM for a fresh one. So after the live session, I'll forward to you. Anybody else who needs to join, feel free to be a part of that, so that information that we get outside the live session, you can also always get it on the group and continue to act on it accordingly. Before we come on live, if we get information, even at night, I was posting something up to 2 a.m. last night on the foreign channel in our group, based on foreign stocks development. So that's how we get to take advantage of information and then make money out of those situations. Thank you very much for your
Sir, I
very.
want to ask one more question, sir. One more
Yes,
question,
go
sir.
ahead.
I have this Stanbic IBTC platform.
Yes, sir.
Can you just explain? Is it a good stockbroker? I believe they say they are the largest in Nigeria. So I just, even though I'm using Atlas Portfolio and Morgan Capital, which is like also good. So I don't know whether you can, make some commentaries about that.
I actually do not have sufficient information to decipher if they are the largest, right? But
Okay.
I would like to have you do your due diligence. Feel free. But I know that Stanbic IBTC, from their antecedents as the foremost investment banking institution, is always a solid brand when it comes to stockbroking and investment banking services. Let me quickly connect to.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you very much. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Okonkwo is standing by, and also Beauty Finds Shop is also standing by. Just a moment. Let's see. Hello, Okonkwo, are you there?
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Very good afternoon to you. It's good to have you. Please tell us where you're streaming from.
I'm streaming from Lagos, sir.
Oh, my Lagos people, you are so many from Lagos. Excellent. Go ahead.
Yes. Sir, I really don't know. What's your take on Ella Lake? Although I made a mistake of panicking this same week. I think on Monday or Tuesday. So I think I won't call it by panic and sell because I needed cash. So I sold my WAPCO at 71. Only for me the next day, which was yesterday, to see that has jumped to 79 naira. So painful. Then this morning, I got little cash. I said, no, I can't bear this. I quickly bought little at 82. Now it has gone back to 79. But I'm not scared because I know it will still go up. So my major concern now is Ella Lake. I bought Ella Lake when I bought livestock. I don't know what is wrong with Ella Lake for many months now. Maybe I should just sell it off and then take the money to something else. Either restock my livestock, or I should just abandon the money there because I bought at 3 naira something, approximately 4 naira. Mommy, what do you say to put this?
I've always said that Ella Lakes needs to prove to me that they are in business making money, and let's see. And I've always advocated a cautious approach towards buying Ella Lakes. In any case, you will need a lot of patience for Ella Lakes to eventually come back to make sense. If you like, if the loss is something you can bear, you can decide to sell and take the loss in good faith and proceed. But again, you can actually wait. But in this case now, you don't know how long you want to wait. Because even
I've been waiting. I've bought it since last year or early this year. I bought it when I bought livestock. I bought it together. The mistake I made, I bought more of Ella Lake and lesser of livestock. So annoying. I didn't read about them more. They are just into fishery, whereas livestock is into agriculture and animal
yes,
feeds.
Ella Lakes actually has a fantastic business plan. It's just that it
Okay.
has not really started yielding results. They are not
Okay.
only into fish. In fact, that's the first and only business they were into. They had lakes and were doing fish farming. But
Okay.
most recently, they have diversified into both piggery and also oil palm business. You know, there's a lot of
Okay.
oil palm business, but you see,
Okay.
these things will take time, and we really want to see the revenue they are making and the
Yeah.
and the profits they are retaining. It is at that
Yeah.
point the market will eventually come to reward them. So
Yeah.
if you bought at 3 naira something,
Yeah.
you will not be losing
And
too
it's
much.
not at that 3 naira something.
It's
They
been
stopped
stopped
there.
there. In fact, sometimes it gets to 3 naira and almost wants to drop below 3 and then finds a
Yeah.
way to get back up. So that's what you get when the results are not really very commendable. But like
Yeah.
I said regarding Legend Internet, businesses that are trying to start up or trying to diversify into new areas will need some time to mature. Just like if you are starting a business now,
Yeah.
all you'll be doing is put money, put money, put money. You won't see
Yeah.
returns yet until the business now gains ground, gets customer base, and continues to, generate revenue. Then you can start having profits. So the
Hmm.
question is, am I here to wait that long,
You wait that
or
long?
can I take advantage of other opportunities available pending when these guys are ready? Then I
Pick.
go in.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Yeah.
I think you can make up your mind and sell if you want, knowing fully well that you want to take a position in a better opportunity. You will soon forget about the
Yes.
loss.
Let's try once. The ones I see that I'm working.
As for
Yeah.
what
So this
cool,
legend internet.
go
So
ahead.
I'm with you. I'm listening.
As for what cool, just hold that what cool. Worst case scenario, the deal
Yeah.
with the
I'm holding it.
majority shareholder will be concluded, and WAPCO will end up being a 100 naira stock. So relax yourself in WAPCO. It has already
Yeah. I
showed
pray
very good
so.
signs ready to compete.
Sure. Yes. 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 Yes.
I remember WAPCO very well. One
So
of the greatest
legend internet.
undoings of WAPCO is very low dividends. But eventually, they are beginning to show by this interim dividend of 4 naira per share that they are ready to compete.
Yes. 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 They are really ready to. They are ready for Dangote. Seriously. They are ready for Dangote. Seriously. I really wish they can go up to
Yes.
even 200.
Just give them
So
time.
this legend,
They are also having a lot of contracts as
yeah,
well.
this legend internet, sir. How do you see them?
Well, I've given my take on it. Unfortunately, the video of yesterday has not been uploaded, but take your time to go through that video. It should be uploaded anytime today. You will see my
Okay,
express take on that particular stock. I read it out verbatim, the way I wrote it on the
okay,
group. It is not what
okay,
you should run after. Allow the
okay,
euphoria to die down. I've already gone
okay,
through the financial reports. It's not looking like
okay,
something I should jump into. It's not looking like an
okay.
Arade, which even when we jumped into, eventually came down.
Yeah,
So let's
yes,
use the experience we have to our advantage. Allow it to jump as high
yes,
as it wants, but there will be judgment day when people will be looking at the results and saying, is this really worth the price? Because 6 kobo earnings per share. That's what it is. And yet,
yeah,
you have a stock like TIP with 1 naira earnings per share, meaning they are capable of paying 50 kobo per share as dividend, which is a lot for a stock that is just about 4 naira plus. So when
yes,
the euphoria of getting listed comes, many people jump in. A lot make money out of it by buying and selling quickly, while some will be
yeah,
left as tag holders. And I've said none of my followers will fall prey to that anymore.
yes, 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 yes.
So
So I've
if you
sent a
ask
message
me,
on Instagram. I've sent a message
okay,
on Instagram to join the Discord,
all
but
right,
I
no
don't think
problem.
I need to join the group so I can follow up and be updated.
No problem. No problem.
All
Thank
right,
you very
sir.
much.
You are doing well, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank God.
Take care, sir.
Thank you. Bye. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the feedback is now coming. Blair's One has just announced on Instagram that UBA dividend received. Oh, thanks so much, coach. It's not me. I didn't pay you. Your money worked for you, and you just received. Can I tell you this? Every time you step into the banking hall and you see people misbehaving to you, don't let them know that they're actually working for you, but that's exactly what's happening. All the work they do for you, wearing suits every morning, 7 to 4 or 5 p.m. every day, is so that they will gather the profits and share to you as shareholders. I think you should feel better when you remember that this person refusing to attend to you in the bank is actually working for you and they are not aware. That's exactly what happens when you invest in companies. All those people who go to work every day to work in those places are actually working for you because it is from the sweat that they worked that the profit is now being distributed. So congratulations, everybody. Somebody has already received their UBA dividend, and this is looking like a proper thank God it's Friday. And of course, for me, Monday is going to be a very happy birthday for me. Beauty Finds Shop, you are next on the line on the queue of callers. Let's see how it goes. Zenith, a goodbye, coach. Success D, you are still asking this question. I started saying it yesterday at 45 that Zenith is a very good buy. As we speak now, Zenith should be touching around 46. Please, please, please. In fact, as a day before yesterday, I said Zenith at 44 is excellent. Can you imagine? Zenith has jumped to 46 before our very eyes after trading for 45 for a while. I've made all of those analysis. Please, everybody, go back to yesterday's video. Unfortunately, it hasn't been uploaded yet. I said a lot about how Zenith and a stock like First Bank has very good upside potentials going forward. And if you're looking for a bank to accumulate at a very good price, these two will make you money. And I haven't said enough. Today, Zenith is 46. Even the GT code is already at 62. So these stocks are not waiting for anybody, in spite of the fact it's Friday. Well, I'm still citing First Hold Co, that's First Bank, at 24 naira 95, right? So feel free to go ahead. If you listen and hear, act on it, because sometimes when you ask too many questions, the stock just leaves you and waves you bye-bye. Emma Lada has just spoken. Say UBA dividend just entered. Fantastic. Isn't it better to be in a community where once in a while you begin to receive money left, right, and center, and you're wondering, wow, this life can actually be better. While people are shouting and crying over there outside, depending on salary, you are no more a victim of the rat race. That's what we're talking about, right? Okay, coach, between money market funds and stocks, which one would you advise to focus more on? Gabi, it all depends on your age. As we grow older, our risk appetite tends to reduce. The younger we are, the higher the risk we want to take on. The older we get, the lower the risk we want to accommodate. So it depends on you right now. Because I would say grow money from the stock market when you are younger, and over a while begin to divest from the stock market into the money market. But it must be at a favorable returns. If you are not getting up to 18 to 25% in between, then it doesn't make sense. Because in the end, you want to also get sufficient returns. Imagine putting your money in money market and only receiving 18%. And somebody bought livestock 3 naira in November, 3 naira 51 kobo in November. That livestock is 9 naira something. What do you prefer? Right? So you may also want to strike a balance, right? Maybe if you are older, you invest in the money market, you are sure that the money is safe, then take returns from the money market depending on how substantial your capital is, collect the interest from money markets, the coupons from money markets, and whatever, invest in stocks to grow faster. But if you are younger and the money market also presents something great in terms of returns, because Money market rates fluctuates a lot as well. But if you lock down long-term bonds at higher returns, good for you. So the point is, the younger ones put money in stocks, grow the money faster. When you have substantial money, you can pull out from stocks. You invest in money market for safety. But before you start doing that, make sure you take advantage of your early years in stocks to build enough capital. And then you can now divest part of it in money market for equilibrium sake, for diversification sake, for safety sake, and so on and so forth. Yeah, there are still some stocks you can focus on that will give you money regularly as though you invested in money market fund. A stock like NIDF that pays dividend 4 times every year. So you focus on such stocks that you know you hardly lose money. The stock is always at some point 111 naira per share or 120 naira per share. Never goes down below 111, and then over time it will gradually build and become a 150 naira stock. So your capital is secure while also your dividend every 3 months continues to grow. So that's my take on that. Yeah. What price can you recommend for tip buy now? Well, 5 naira 41 kobo. Let's see what it is at the moment to be sure what's happening right there. 541, still at 541 currently, seems to stubbornly stand at 541 and refusing to go below that. Coach, talk about Veritas Cap. Luchi Naturals is saying Veritas Cap is a life insurance business that has very good financial models and was doing very well until their full year result announced otherwise. In any case, it's bouncing back from the low. It's currently at 1 naira 15 kobo. I kept saying last week that Veritas under 1 naira is a bargain. Anybody who is interested, buy Veritas. Currently, it's at 115, 19 million bids versus 5 million offers. That's the current status of Veritas. I said the same thing about Prestige Insurance. It was trading under 1 naira. I actually bought at 88 kobo while I was making that announcement. And let's see what Prestige is doing at the moment. Prestige Insurance currently 93 kobo. So that's another very good insurance stock that you can buy under 1 naira currently. Okay, I pray TIP grows like WAPCO because of your advice. I'm really buying TIP, Charms, and Aradel. All right, fancy nails, I am in TIP and we are all waiting together. Just imagine you bought TIP in November. It was 1 naira 90 kobo. Can you beat that? 1 naira 90 kobo. Never mind, we will get to another November. We will take a look at most of these stocks and then we will know which one again we can get in. But you see that TIP is a high flyer waiting to happen. Just be loaded on it and stay patient. That's all you need. Patience, patience, patience. That's the name of the game. Tiolua says, how do I join your group? Feel free to send me a DM on Instagram and then asking to join Net Worth Investors Club and you will join for free. Obiadulu, yes, I said NIDF, Nigerian Infrastructure Debt Fund. They pay dividend 4 times every year. And their dividend is now minimum 5 naira per share. So in the course of a full financial year, you'll be receiving 20 naira plus per share as dividend, broken into 4 parts of 5 naira plus per quarter. So very soon, we'll be receiving the first quarter interim dividend, the first quarter dividend for NIDF as well. So you just plant your money to work for you in all of these things and start receiving dividend. And you know the beautiful thing, dividends grow over time. Dividends actually continues to come as long as the company is profitable and is in business. So until you sell, you don't stop receiving dividends. Isn't that interesting? For instance, when Zenith Bank paid their dividend, they pays their full year dividend, G. Movia, the chairman, is collecting 25 billion naira, one man. When UBA pays their dividend today, as they've started paying already, and minority shareholders like some of us have received, I haven't checked mine yet after this live session. So as I'm talking to you now, without asking you for money to pay for these live sessions, I know that the money I have invested in UBA is coming to me as dividend. Isn't that interesting? That's what we're talking about. So that I am practicing the wealth creation that I am preaching. I am not looking to make money from you. I want you to also make this money. If nobody is willing to give you for free, I am doing so. And then for those who are too busy, those are the ones that comes to me and say, look, I want one-on-one mentorship. I don't have the time. Can you manage my portfolio? What will it cost? At that point, we now discuss. And this reminds me, somebody has been going all over the place on TikTok, on Facebook, on WhatsApp, impersonating me and forcing people to pay money or subscribe and download an app. I will not come to you by myself. Please be aware and stay safe. I won't come to you to say, how about investing? What do you want to invest in? No. I speak to everybody generally here. If you must interact with me privately, it must be you who comes. I won't come to your DM. So if you see any picture or any account in my name in your DM unsolicited, just know that that person is a fraud. There is a fake account that has been created on TikTok. I kept reporting that account. They refused to ban the account. They told their reply was that they didn't see any violation of community rules. And so what I did was to block that account because that person comes to pick my videos and uploads on that fake account, calling it my backup. I have no backup. For your information, this is my second TikTok account. The first one was banned because I was bringing live trading that I look on my system on the screen. And I don't know what they thought they made of it. So my first TikTok account actually was shut down. So this is the second one that I'm building on. I'm too determined to reach out to you. And so please, if you didn't invite me or send me a DM and you see any communication directly to you, ignore completely. People have reported those accounts separately and nothing is being done, both on Facebook and even here on TikTok. Just be safe. As long as you come here and you're a part of a daily live session, 12 noon to 2 p.m., Monday to Friday, except on weekends and public holidays, that's it. Otherwise, we are on Discord app. Make your findings. Don't go and upload or download and install any unnecessary apps because some of those things are meant to collect your details and carry out one fraud or the other. I will not, I repeat, come to your DM on my own. I have enough inquiries to attend to. Sometimes some of the messages you send on Instagram, I'm not able to meet up. Where do I have the time to start pursuing somebody I never spoke to and never knew? Please be wary of fraudsters. Thank you very much. Fernando says, I received UBA dividend. I am super excited. This is my first dividend ever. Wow. Now, when people say, thank God it's Friday, this particular Friday is making more sense, isn't it? Excellent. Honeywell flour is flying, 11 naira 95 kobo. Let's see whether it touches 12 naira. NACO, 69 naira 40 kobo, approaching 70 naira. GTCO has decided to climb up again, now 62 naira 50 kobo, waving under 60, bye-bye. Interesting stuff. Okay, wealth coach, what do you mean by money market? Kindly explain further. Sam D, money market is basically referred to as the debt instrument market, talking about bond market, treasury bills, commercial papers, mutual funds, and what have you, where you carry money fixed in a debt instrument and expecting interest from the investment based on a specified tenor. That's money market. And you can invest in money market instruments through your stockbroker. That's why when you register with a stockbroker once, you can invest in stocks, you can invest in the money market and mutual funds. Okay, so commercial papers also issued by businesses, while bonds are issued by both businesses and government, and then treasury bills purely by government. So all of those debt instruments are called under money market investments. Okay. Oh, all right. This must be Rehoboth. Says I just got my UBA dividend in peace. Nothing beats that peace of mind. Can I tell you this? They might attack you because they know what you are doing. They might use their political powers to crush your business. They might use their social influence to destroy your physical businesses. But when you invest in paper assets like stocks and the money market investment, they can't see your investment. They might use their government connection to come against you and your property in real estate investments. But when you invest in stocks and bonds, they can't see nothing to attack. Even those witches and wizards and village people who do not want to see you succeed, consulting one evil force or the other to frustrate your financial liberty. Can I tell you this? When you build in secret, they don't know what to attack. This is why the stock market is the best thing to have happened to people like me, because I have no interest in too many physical assets. All I do is put them in paper assets, and it gives me the flexibility to be anywhere I want to be in the world part time. And whenever I need any kind of money, I'm able to reach it and use it for my own good. You too can enjoy the same freedom, right? Build in secret so that they will continue to be confused. When you build in secret, they don't know what to attack. Come on, if somebody is really getting something from what I've just said, just type build in secret, build in secret, build in secret. You know why? You are receiving UBA dividend today. If they want to frustrate you, they should go and close all the UBA branches and destroy all the UBA investments. That's the only time they can get at you. Come on now, go ahead and type build in secret, build in secret, build in secret. That's what we are doing. So you can be so flexible with your resources, and money is no longer a problem to you. You get the point? Tiolu, I see you there, build in secret. Lion FX, I see you there. Uncle Willis, I see you there. Mr. Classic World, thank you very much. Now I know my people are listening. Build. Yeah? Awesome. Gerard, I see you there. Thank you very much. Gabi Love, build in secret so that no devil can know what to attack. And you want a soft life? Build in secret. You want to be a bourgeois? Build in secret. Nobody will know what to attack. And that's how to keep winning. Before they on your social media handles, and they'll be wondering, wow, I was waiting for him at Lekki, I was waiting for her at Wuse, only to see that she's already at the Eiffel Towers or in Paris, taking photo at, the Eiffel Tower in Paris. I mean, it's just amazing, yeah? Or the London Eye in London. Okay, coach, I don't want to wait until I have a large amount to start investing. How do I build the little I have? Lion FX. Can I tell you, I didn't wait to start. Otherwise, I wouldn't have started at all. I've come to realize that every time we think we don't have enough to start, we never get started. I started with 4,000 naira in my parents' house, waiting to be admitted in university. That was when I started. I had the hunger to generate legitimate wealth. I don't mean eating from hand to mouth and feeling okay, or buying a car and building a house and that's all. No. I wanted to see the reality that you can actually make legitimate income without stealing. And so I bought Savannah Bank 4,000 naira at 2 naira per share. So I bought 2,000 shares. Then Jim Wobodo was the chairman of the board. But guess what? Savannah Bank crashed. I didn't realize it crashed. But I had sold my stock because I saw a difference. I think it went up to 2 naira 50 kobo or so. And I sold and I was excited. And look at this. So it works. But you know what? From that humble beginning of 4,000, and this is where you need to pay attention. When you start small, you develop discipline and control over money. You know, some people are controlled by money. They get 110 million today, their wives can't locate them anymore. They are unreachable. They hit the streets and never to return. They hit the clubs and never to return. That's the problem. If he's a village man, he will now be making arrangement to marry a second wife because that's what will, promote his aspiration to become a chief, and so on and so forth. So many mundane things that people do. Those people are controlled by money. So from the start, if you had 4,000 that you could have blown under a second, and you have the discipline to throw it somewhere and stay patient without it, then when you get 1 million, you have developed the discipline to move some still to invest, to grow it. Over time, you have developed financial discipline, financial literacy for yourself, knowing that not everything that you earn is meant to be spent. Because the world we live in is actually governed by a law of reproduction. Everybody you see in a financial struggle today is not really struggling with money. They are actually struggling with the entire foundational principle in which the world is governed. And you can't fight the laws of the world or the principles that keep the world together and win as an individual. Never. What do you do? Do what rules the world, and you too will not need to struggle. How do I mean? Even the least animal understands that they must reproduce their kind. They know that they can't live from the beginning of their life to the end of the world. They must live, so they reproduce. That's animals, animate objects. How about trees, fruits? I use the mango tree for instance. That mango tree knows that it must drop seed to the ground for mango to continue to be relevant even after it is gone. So it has seed that must drop to the ground to reproduce its kind. So all of these things obeys the laws of nature and the principles of continuation. You cannot come into this world now and decide that when money enters your hand, you clear it. You have the responsibility to put some of that money back, just as the farmer in Boko will harvest his yam and still select out of the harvest seedlings for the next harvest. No matter how wonderful the harvest is, the farmer who is uneducated, unlike you, will still set aside some from the harvest, planning for the future. Because the day that Boko farmer refuses to plant, puts aside yam seedlings for the next planting season, that's when Boko yam gets out of existence in the whole Nigeria. That you still have Boko yam to eat is because that peasant farmer in the village his business career investing. That's where he caught the business bug from. And then when he became an adult, he borrowed 500,000 naira from his grandfather, Alhaji Dantata. Alhaji Dantata borrowed him and told him, within 1 year, bring back this 500,000. Dangote went and started doing merchandise. Do you know that the Dangote we celebrate today that has a refinery now actually started by importing merchandise? He was importing baby food, are you aware? He was importing frozen food, are you aware? He was also importing rice. He was importing cement. And then from importing raw cement to bagging cement, he went on to production, and he is what he is today because he mastered the principle of reproduction. The little way you can do your own is when you earn money from your business or your salaries, make sure that money is being put back somewhere to reproduce its kind. Then, before you know it, money effortlessly will just keep coming at you. Just like dividend is coming to you in trickles now. Some of you just you started seeing them in trickles. Imagine if you were doing it in the last 5 years, how much trickles will turn into showers, right? That's what we're talking about. I hope somebody's getting something here. If you are, say it and mean it. Say, I'm getting it. I'm getting it. Let me know that you are listening and you are getting something. Say, I'm getting it. I'm getting it. Right? No matter what part of the world you are, you can build sufficient resources to start pursuing your dreams. There are so many things you are doing now that you don't like, but because you have to work for money, you are doing it. Do you know that you can actually acquire your financial freedom when you make this money grow for you, and eventually you now venture into whatever you like and enjoy yourself? As I'm talking to you now, I'm enjoying myself, sharing knowledge and empowering fellow citizens and fellow humans. I'm really enjoying this. But no company can pay me to do this for free, and then at the end of the month they say, come and take salary. But you know what? I wealth is when you are able to buy time. Right? That's the point. Ladies and gentlemen, 5 minutes to go. I hope you are ready for Monday's session, because Monday is my birthday, and that birthday session, I'm going to dress specifically for you. I'm just going to appear in a specifically different way because of you. It's my birthday on Monday, and hopefully you'll keep making money as we make progress in the course of our journey together. What about companies that folded with investors fund like Dunlop or Bigco? Very good question. Unfortunately, let that be the last. And that's why we have this, I have this community and platform set up. Before a company will fold up, we have found out based on their performance. So if I'm not mentioning a company, a lot of times it's because it is of no use to keep wasting time there. When a company is doing well, I would rather mention those ones over and over. But if a company is doing badly, I would hardly pay attention to it. I'll give you an instance. There was a time First Bank was fumbling. I saw that they were not doing well. I offloaded everything. Now that I am seeing signs that they are getting back, I'm going to put money there. So when we are in a community like this, we can talk about these things. I told you about how USCN is coming back from a terrible past and is looking good. Even before we close, USCN has already jumped to around 32 from the 30 we're discussing here. USCN is 32 naira 90 kobo now. Despite the fact they announced a poor dividend, but the bottom line is fantastic, right? Now, if it was now, I will see Dunlop and tell you, don't go there. I have mentioned some stocks that people should not go to until we see signs that it is worth putting your money. So, that's why I tell people. Up to yesterday, I told somebody was asking, where can I invest money forever? I said, no, don't go forever. Keep your eyes on the ball. Gone are those days in this digital age when you will invest and forget your investment, only to wake up one day and see that it is gone. Gone are those days. I've told you about Unity Bank, how it has been struggling financially, eventually refused to submit their reports and got suspended from trading. It is for the protection of investors because so many people do not know what they are buying. And you go and buy a company that is struggling. So the CBN is now finding a way to merge a bank like Unity Bank with Providus so they can come back together and not lose even depositors' funds in that bank because they have mismanaged the company. I told you about how Cadbury is in a struggle, but people are buying it, the stock price is going up. If they don't do what is needful by maybe borrowing money or raising fresh funds through rights issue and capital raise, they might struggle and eventually stock prices will start collapsing. So stay away from moribund companies. That's what we will not mention here. So amongst banks, there are banks I will not mention. Amongst cement manufacturers, there are those I will not mention. Amongst telecoms, if there is anyone I shouldn't mention, I wouldn't, so that we remain safe. And as long as we keep asking questions, definitely we won't make the mistakes of the past. Those are the times when there was no internet, no telephone, no nothing. They just use you and dump you as they like. But gone are those days. With a platform like this, surely we'll keep getting guidance, we'll keep getting information, we'll keep getting to share where it is happening so that the money we are bringing into the market is going to the right channels to bring more money for us. Thank you very much. How can I take my first step with the little I have? I would advise you, Lion FX, to click on the link tree on my bio here, go to my YouTube channel, subscribe for free, look out for the helpful beginner guide videos. Then follow me on Instagram, send me a DM, I'll send you the link to open your stock brokerage account and the link to also join the Network Investors Club. So you keep growing, you keep observing what we're doing, keep following discussions, and you keep also getting better with time. Thank you very much. 1 minute to go, and I think we have done enough for the day, and I hope you enjoyed your time here. It's the pre-birthday live stream that is going on now. So get set for Monday. I'm going to be putting on a cravat to celebrate all of you who have been amazing. By the way, I'm making plans to be in Finland and Sweden next month because I am being invited to talk to some people and hopefully it's going to be awesome. So we're also going to be planning to meet all members of Network Investors Club in the Nordic region and maybe around Europe. We shall be meeting, and of course, remember, we will also be meeting in Lagos next month. So very little by little, we are building momentum, and definitely this is a wealth builders community that is going to be unstoppable. As Sam Peter says, there is no 2024 Q3, Q4 unaudited financial report available for CHAMS. It's available. The reports are all out. Don't worry. I'll share with you. Just know when to ask. This is where we call it quits. It's already 2 p.m. I've sat down long enough, and I will ask for your permission to close today's session right now. Keep an eye. UCAP 18 naira already. You see that? Where is Zini? We're back to 18 in UCAP. And if you actually average down, then you are actually in profit right now. Thank you very much, everybody. I love you all. You guys are simply amazing. Have a great weekend and enjoy your dividends as they keep pouring in. Come on. We must make money this year. Thank you so much. And see you again, same time, Monday, 12 noon to 2 p.m. Nigerian time. And hopefully your portfolio looks better at the end of trading today. Thanks.